is a forest. A Shaya makes so other creatures we control our forest. This is such a crazy ability with Landfall, cause now besides our lands our creatures even trigger Landfall. So now our creatures stop for mana because they are forest. So this will get out of control. Imagine with a Scud Swarm. Just to wrap it up, a Shaya's power toughness is equal to the numbers of land we control. It's madness. What is up? We play historic brawl. What is up? We play historic brawl. What's up, everyone? Welcome back. We're playing the deal with historic brawl, and we are playing Mono Green Stompy, Landfall, a Shaya. Everything is a forest. And how about starting up versus the fairy? What do you think are our chances right now with being on the draw versus one of the strongest decks in the format? A little scared, but you know, we're going to try to do our thing. And as the song mentioned, we're trying to use a Shaya to pretty much trigger Landfall like an infinite amount of times and just overwhelm our opponents with Landfall value. I do love Mono Green so much, and I have tried to make it work with Goreclaw, which is a great commander, but that goes into another direction. That goes into big mana creatures, monsters. Right now we play Llanowar, Loam Speaker, and that's great because we want to be ramping as fast as possible versus the fairy. Because you know what they're trying to do, they're trying to not let us play Magic at all. I think we have good cards in hand to go under that, like Neylia. Ooh, Oracle of the Alpha. This is a absurd card. I don't think it's good, but oh, Tireless Provisioner. That's what we want to see, because you know we need to ramp it up with treasures. Tireless Provisioner, one of these cards that in this deck is an MVP, just an MVP, because every land gives us value, and if we play a Shaya, then every creature will trigger Landfall, and we are just going to have so much fun, with that. So yeah, that's what we are trying to do. Opponent has some power 9 on their library, so what if they top deck a Time Walk? What if they top deck Time Twister? We'll see if they can do that. As of now, the fairy has hit the table, and they will bounce back our Loam Speaker. Alright, so what can we do here? I mean, we have access to 5 mana, and I'm thinking, well, 6 mana, because we can trigger the Provisioner. Trigger the Provisioner. I think we have a nice synergy here, because check this out. We play a Shaya. Shaya is a forest. A Shaya is a forest, so we will get a trigger. So we have a Shaya, and that gives us another treasure. Look at this. Tireless Provisioner now is a forest. So we play Loam Speaker, which triggers the Provisioner. Everything is a forest. And we stop here because we cannot play Hydra X0. And we won't use transformation on the Oracle. Wow, you know, these are the things that what I wanted to make this deck. You know, it's Shaya makes everything a forest, and then triggers Landfall, and Provisioner is one of the best cards to have in place. All right, opponent 5 mana themselves, sitting on a Oracle of the Alpha, and it's a fairy. So I will just give a props to the opponent for just putting an Oracle of the Alpha on their deck, because the card is not good. I mean, the card's not good. They're just trying to have fun and put some power 9s on their library, so that to me is a sign of a good Teferi player that is just not a teamy, just a team, yeah. Alright, we top deck Nisa. So everything now triggers, every creature triggers Landfall. So I guess we trigger Landfall one more time with a land. And we will make the land fight for us. But I guess we need to use the treasure mana because we play Nisa and Nisa doubles up the mana for forest. So I'm not mad about spending these treasures. You know, we are going to make a little bit of treasures. Alright, so Nisa comes in. Resolves. And we will make this land fight for us. Opponent is holding up 4 mana very suspiciously. This is a Settle the Wreckage as if I've ever seen one. So you know what, we don't need to attack into Oblivion. We will just try to get rid of the fairy with the Snow Cover Forest. Opponent, do you have a Settle the Wreckage? Ah, they do. Gotcha. Alright, and this is even good news for us because we play another forest and this triggers Landfall. We get another treasure. And so I think it's now time for Red and 7 Daddy. They don't have a board wipe, so I am 1,000,000% confident about making this play, and we can put a Tree Folk for now. And do I use Kenrith now? Just Nylea to reduce the value of our creatures and just another indestructible threat that will survive a board wipe. I don't even need to play this Precious Hydra. I won't commit. So here we stop committing to the board because we are ways ahead, like 1,000,000 miles away from Teferi. They can still have tricks under the sleeves. Yeah, they don't. Wow, yes! What a display. We are back for more Ashaya versus Nylea. Oh, what an epic battle. What an epic battle between mono green lists. What will be the supreme mono green list? When up against Nylea, they're trying to reduce the cost of their creatures, kind of a middle ground between Goreclaw and what we're trying to do, because Nylea just reduces 4/1, but well, she has other advantages. So you know about this channel, what we're trying to do is I want us to grow as Historic Brawl players. I want us to improve every day, and I want to share as much as I know about the format. So one day when this format becomes a ranked format, which will happen, don't get me wrong, that will happen, and it will happen sooner rather than later. I expect that events will start popping up for Historic Brawl. I don't know about ranked. That might take more time because it can destroy the format really playing ranked. But I'm trying to give you as much content as possible, and also try to share with you how we are supposed to win the game, because it's all about this. It's not just about what we are playing and what we are trying to do, but also what the opponent is trying to do and how we deal with that and how we adjust our strategy to what they are trying to do. And that, I think, it's sometimes overlooked, and I'm trying to really concentrate on that. So Nylea, she can calm down right now, start reducing the cost of their spells. Ourselves we are trying to get to a shy as fast as possible. Oh yeah, you love to see this card. So Tireless Provisioner is this card that I will always be happy to have. What a card, what a beast. So we have our treasure, and I believe right now we can start attacking them. And I think we have very good cards to deal with them. Thorn Mammoth can be just a very big threat versus their creatures, and if we get to the Great Henge, then that's going to be what might move this game to our favor. Ranger class, taking up Ranger class to the 3rd level is also another way that we can move forward and just close the game eventually, or be better in the late game. because they are setting up. Ooh, key to the archive. All right, so opponent with the slow start and a Gallic Greeters. I think Gallic Greeters is a threat here to us because that can give them, yeah, a lot of value. Guardian Project, another all-star in this deck, just because we need to draw as many cards as possible. But with Tireless Provisioner playing Ajay like crazy, we will make a treasure, and now we can play the Great Henge, tapping our creatures. Now Ashaya is amazing, amazing, amazing. Alright, so we can also fight, and I think from their table, the thing that I'm mostly concerned about is the Gallic Greeters, giving them extra treasures, giving them extra life. So we will make Ashaya fight the Gallic Greeters, and with the rest of the mana, I guess we can spend one of the treasures to move to level 2 and have a nice attack for 3 with the Wolf. Alright, so Great Henge online, Ranger class at level 2, Ashaya making all our creatures into mana dorks, and a Tireless Provisioner. That is all gone in the blink of an eye. And they play Selvala. So, I don't mind too much that, because take a look at what's going to happen with Thorn Mammoth. We are going to play Thorn Mammoth, draw from Great Henge, and draw from Selvala and fight Selvala. Because Selvala triggers, we have the greatest power in the board. We draw 2, we fight Selvala with the Thorn Mammoth. And after everything and the dust settles, we still have a Great Henge and a Ranger class and a Thorn Mammoth. So our opponent throws that into Oblivion, and we are closing the game. Good game. On to the next one. Ladies and gentlemen, we continue to play with Ashaya Soul of the Wild versus Extus, and we will go first. The hand looks fine. So, Extus, I think this one is the card that will sacrifice. Will make you sacrifice a couple of creatures, and then it becomes a very big threat that has some triggered abilities. We, on the other hand, are trying to get to our 3 mana, 4 mana, 5 mana curve. We have a very nice curve here, which we will start. I don't think I want to spend the treasure, because if they kill, I mean, we could, but if they kill the Beast Whisperer, then we use that treasure for nothing. So I guess we put Yorvall in play and see if he hits the first removal spell. And then next turn we can go maybe Beast Whisperer, have an engine that allows us to draw multiple cards. Ooh, I like to see that. Alright, so we will go 4 mana. And now I guess, well, we could do this. We could Castle Garenbrig and make 6 mana, but we don't have 6 to spend. So they don't have the removal spells, because otherwise they would have played, unless they really top decked it right from the spoils. So I want to see and test the Defiler of Vigor on this table. Defiler of Vigor will reduce the cost of our spells, and will put counters with each permanent that we play. Alright, this is what I was afraid of, but we have a very good comeback in Nissa. So opponent with a board wipe, and we will Nissa untap a forest and smack face. Alright, so we are being very resilient to board wipes recently. Opponent with an Elspeth Conquers Death on Nissa. Wow, they are dealing with what we're doing. So now what? Maybe Spore Mound, trigger Landfall, and relax a bit on the attacks to continue to grow the board. Yeah, I don't know. We are running out of cast. This This is as much as we can, I guess we can do right now. Maybe with Whisperer into a Shaya can take us out of the situation, but they have 6 cards in hand plus their commander. Right, here is Extus. And whenever we can, okay, so I guess a Shaya triggers Spore Mound or Beast Whisperer. We can make 6 mana, not that we are going to use it. So close, so close. So let's play a Shaya, trigger Landfall, play a land, trigger Landfall, and play Beast Whisperer, triggering Landfall. Well, I didn't know we had as much mana. Alright, here we are. This is our board. We have nothing else in our hand. If they have a board wipe, then I'm going to cry and concede. And they have, so we cry and concede. Wow. Well, let's see what we draw. Jesus. Double board wipe, we're never beating that. Well, alright, you know what? They are at 13 and we can play a Shaya again. So, might as well. Try one more time. Another remove, wow. Jesus! Why? Alright, another land and a Shaya one more time. This is like the Tenacious Underdog. I mean, this is the green version of Tenacious Underdog. Like, it keeps coming back. And, I don't know. They play 4 spells, and those 4 spells were board wipe, Tybalt, Liliana. What? Oh, I hate them. Concede. We continue to play with the Shaya Soul of the Wild versus Jadar. I like the matchups that we are getting with the Shaya. Not that we didn't start playing against the Fairy, but the other matches have been quite interesting. Nylea, Extus, and they are playing Jadar, so let's hello them. Jadar, this is turn 2 Jadar always, and they will get a lot of value from their token that they produce. So you can expect a lot of village rights and sacrifice spells to draw multiples. Champion of the Parish plus Jadar is a very nice synergy because they can grow the champion infinite times. And you know what? I'm going to take the trade. I'm taking this trade. Because Champion of the Parish can grow out of our range, and we are not going to do too much with that mana nevertheless. And let's put another blocker on the battlefield. I think it was okay to trade with the champion. I would guess the champion could get like very fast into a 4-4-5-5 and pressure us too much. And now we can just... Oh, they are bone shards. Alright, so they are using their removal on our lesser creatures, and thus we can continue to develop our game plan, which is getting close to a Shaya. And let's put Finale of Devastation X2 and find another Mana Dork. A Mana Dork that might be able to block 2. Not this. Maybe is Elysian Carotid, because Elysian Carotid, when it cannot block, but when we play our Shaya or our Thorn Mammoth, that's going to tap for 2. That's a nice little upside that we have. We also have the Spore Mound that can put tokens with the Landfall triggers. And I'm so tempted at taking the trade, but I won't. Ah, opponent with the Biting Palm Ninja. Nice plays, nice play. So they will Thoughtseize our hand and removes the Spore Mound. They're not afraid of the Thorn Mammoth. Okay, alright. There's the Snow Covered Forest. And I mean, we can go land a Shaya. And we have a 7/7. So a Shaya right now is just a 7/7. Next turn we can Thorn Mammoth something, maybe. Opponent is stuck on 3 lands, and that's the good news. The bad news is that they have 5 spells in hand. Priests of Forgotten Gods. So you see they have these sacrifice synergies. They use the Disturbed Zombie for that. Oh, I like the Ogre of Autumn, but I would like to dismantle the priest before it's too late. So I guess we can Thorn Mammoth fight the priest and attack with an 8/8. Alright, what do you want to do? Ah, take it. Okay, so they go down to 17. So now our creatures trigger Thorn Mammoth. And I guess that's quite a nice amount of pressure to them, because if they don't have a removal spell, then they are going to be under this Mammoth for a little while. We take the block. There's no risk. And alright, so we play the Autumn first to see if we can find something in the top. And we fight a Yara. And opponent sees enough and decides to concede. Yeah, we stomp him. This will be our last round playing with the Shaya and another mono green battle. This time versus Kodama of the West Tree. Ooh, are we going to draw a million cards with this hand? Maybe. So Arboreal Grazer, and we are winning already. Win. Opponent, you should concede. Alright, opponent on the modified strategy with Kodama. So Hardened Scale makes a lot of sense. What we have to try to do is to block their creatures so they don't get the ramp from Kodama. Because Kodama is all about, they hit us with a modified creature, they go find a basic land and put it into the battlefield. Alright, so what's the play here? Keep on ramping or putting one of the card draw spells on the battlefield? I guess we will try to develop our mana even more. So there are multiple lines we could have taken here, but we didn't have another land, and we need to make land drops with this deck. Here comes Kodama. We are going to block you because we don't want you to keep ramping up. So yeah, it's very important that we make our land drops with this deck. And I'm thinking here that I even want to Beanstalk Giant. Peace Whisper could be a good play. Beanstalk Giant puts the forest untapped, so I guess we still have 4 mana left. So I think this is still a good play. A blocker and a card draw spell. And I believe this time we will let them go. They will ramp for 1 because of the Pollenbright Druid. But it looks like they are missing land drops as well. So hear me out here. So what can we do? Draw cards. If we play a Shaya, everything is a mana dork. So we can go like this. Play a Shaya, draw a card. Play a Forest. Play a Rexage, draw a card. Good. Destroy. I guess we can destroy the Bankbuster, which can get them more value. We can deal with Hardened Scales. And not attack. Yeah. Now we have a very good blocker against their creatures, and they are mono green, so the removal is, well, I was going to say the removal is fight based, so they won't deal with a Shaya, but you know what? Kenrith Transformation is a card. And we will play the Tarask. Look at this. Easily playing a 9 mana spell. And I don't know how they overcome this. They don't have another Kenrith's transformation. So, wow. We can attack with both of these. The Rask will fight Kedama. And yeah, this is going great. Great! So yeah, Ashaya looks like it's not too much, but every creature in the board is a Mana Dork. Every creature you play is a landfall trigger, so wow, just too good, too good. Kogla. Alright, Kogla is another way that they can destroy our creatures, but not good enough to deal with a Tarask. And you know what? Yeah, concede, because this is going to get ugly. Wow, what a deck! We reached the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it, you want to continue watching another video here, you can do so. If not, you can subscribe, leave a comment, leave a like, and blah 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 blah.